start, get it moving.
Okay, we've got in here today this LS3 VE Club Sport. This one came into us a fair while ago. We had a camshaft in it and basically bits and pieces. We sorted it all out with a full exhaust system. It's got a full inch 7/8 Hurricane headers, twin 3-inch Manta system on it, and at that stage we fitted a 1900, one of the early 1900 Magnuson superchargers to suit the LS3. Guy loves it, had it for ages, it's worked really well, and then he wanted some more. So what we've actually done is gone through and built the engine. We've put in forged pistons, H-beam rods, 4-inch stroker crankshaft, all the normal bits and pieces to take it out to the 416 engine. We started to run it up with the little 1900 supercharger on it, but we really were starting to run out of puff with the sort of power level it's going to. It would have made it, but really we took this opportunity to upgrade it to a 2300. This is one of the FDFI or the front drive, front intake 2300 Harrop superchargers, which we've set up on this thing to really complement the camshaft package and everything we've got in here. As you'll see there, it's got one of our fuel systems. This is one of the first ones we did. It's a little bit different orientated to the later ones, but that's in there as well. We've put on the full 8-rib drive. It's got a new clutch in it, but essentially still running with the full exhaust system it had. But pretty much everything else has been changed. We'll come over to the graph here and show you what I've actually come up with. Here's the actual 3 graphs. Essentially what it was in its standard form. And when it first came into us, it was making pretty good power, the 430 or 440 just about rear wheel horsepower. As it was set up with a camshaft, with a full exhaust system and bits and pieces. Then we've actually gone through and supercharged it with the 1900, and as you can see from right down the bottom, made a very good improvement. And in the same place, we can talk about with the stroker on there, with the bigger supercharger, we've got the same improvement again, pretty much, so it's going to go really well. Up here around the 4,500 revs, you can see we've got an equal spread as well. It had the 330, it went to the 450, really good improvement. Now it's gone to the 560, so it's going to be super strong. The camshaft that was in there was a little bit more of a rever. As you can see, it made its power right in the top end, and the top end power was at 6,900 revs. It was making 575 horsepower at the tyres. Camshaft put in there with the stroke and the change of camshaft I put in this thing. I've actually rolled that power off earlier. As you can see, it's actually starting to roll back down right up here. This is actually at 6,700 revs, but back here at 6,500 revs we've got our peak power at 655. So really suited to the way the guy wants to drive the thing. It's nice and safe at the moment. We're running it reasonably rich, so it's on a new engine. And then if you can come over here to the boost graph, you can see that it's actually out at the 11.5 pounds of boost right at the top of the run. It's got a bit stronger boost just on the 12 pounds of boost, back down at 3,000 revs, but even back down at 1,500 revs, it's starting at just under 10 pounds of boost. So this is going to be a super strong car to drive on the road. This is going to be something super strong, and the package has come together really well. Really happy.
Turn traction control off, we'll do a takeoff. When I do these, I'm not full throttle. I'm basically trying to get them to accelerate heavily. They'll tend to be past, especially starting with this past traction, but I'm not trying to just spin the back wheels. I'm trying to get a strong takeoff from a standstill. Okay. Okay, well that was, didn't really get past moderation to get the hook up. I'll try and do a little bit more of that down over the hill here. Really nice strong note to this thing. It really is pulling really nicely, this combination.